across town, or they can meet you at rallies, or they can meet you at White Castle, or they can meet you at McDonald's, and y'all can touch and agree and pray together. See, because how can two walk together except they agree? Sometimes we need that brother in the Lord and that sister in the Lord to touch and agree, or we can go out and we can fellowship. We need the church, because the church is what's going to keep us motivated. If you want to be blessed, you got to hang around the blessed.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm DeAndre Woods, and this is DWoodsNews. If this is your first time watching, thanks for tuning in. Today's story is probably one of my favorites because it's going to encourage you, it's going to help you, and it's going to benefit you. It's that positive news that I want to give to everybody that I feel like other news stations don't give. So today I have Pastor Cardie Norton here to help me encourage you guys. So hopefully you enjoy the story and you be encouraged.
God bless you. I hope what you hear today will inspire, uplift, and push you to a deeper relationship with Jesus Christ.
Last Sunday was Church in the Park for Pastor Cardie Norton and his church, New Life Prophetic Center. Pastor Norton is only 25 years old, but he is highly driven to save souls.
The devil is out lying. He has tricked people long enough to make them feel like they have to be this person that they really were not called to be. And like I tell our people all the time, that your destiny is in your hands. You control how you live your life. We didn't have nothing to do with how we were born in the world, but we have all to do with how we leave the world. It's the dash. Whatever you want people to say at your funeral is how you're living your life right now. And what drives me to get souls.
Pastor Norton hasn't been a pastor very long, but he has been preaching majority of his life.
I started preaching at 14. I was ordained as a minister at 16, ordained as an elder at 22, and then God called me to pastoralship at 23. So I started, the church actually started in July of 2014 in a house with only 2 members. Okay. Then we moved to an apartment and it grew to 5. And then God opened up a door where the building we're currently at right now, we have, I think, a membership of, I would say, if we can count them all together, almost 50, if they all come. So I've been doing this as a pastor for almost a year, to be a year in October.
Every position has its challenges. I feel that's what makes our story grow.
Well, one of my challenges is when you have to tell somebody something, be it family, be it friends, whoever, be it people that's close to you, when you have to get out of that place of being their friend and step into that place of being their pastor, and then have to suffer the consequences of whether they want to receive it or not. And then the fact of the matter is, if they don't receive it, they leave, or they don't want to kick it with you no more outside of church, or they don't want to be cool with you no more, or they just leave you because you have to be the pastor. So being a pastor and still having a relationship with individuals is kind of a challenge. But at the end of the day, no matter who leave and no matter who stay, I'm going to be what God called me to be. So the difference is I'm going to do it, but the challenge is when I do it, God help me to be able to accept the people's response after I do what you tell me to do.
Every day, millions of people are facing different trials and tribulations, and it's important that they have what they need to make it through and overcome.
Because when you have a prayer life, that means you have a connection, you have a plug-in with Christ. And when you have a plug-in with Christ, Christ imputes in you, or he imparts in you who he is, and by you knowing who he is, he tells you who you are in him. And that's why the Bible said, cast not away your confidence, for it have great recompense of reward. When you have a prayer life, you have identity. When you have identity, you have power.
Pastor Norton came to DWoodsNews with a message that everyone should hear.
Life, you have word. Once you have word, you can fight the enemy. You can't fight the devil with your gun. You can't fight the devil with your knife, but you can fight him with the word. See, the enemy can bring stuff to you. He can try to discourage you, but once you know who you are and who you serve, you ain't got to be discouraged. Meaning, if you ain't got no food in your refrigerator, if you know the word, you know that God said he'll supply your needs. So that's through prayer. That's how you get to know God. That's how you get to know you. That's how you get to know how you can maintain. That's how you can get to know your source and who your source is, and that's Jesus Christ. You can understand you, and you can understand how you can get through life through prayer and through the word of God, and that will cause you to live life in peace.
If you're going through anything today, or you're feeling bad or discouraged, I want you to remember this.
Who you are through prayer and through the word. Things that used to bother you wouldn't bother you no more, because you understand that God will bring me out, that God has already provided a way out. Sometimes we just got to go through, and you're not going to know that unless you have prayer and word and a connection through it.
Many people have different views about going to church, but it's important that you know that without you, there is no church.
That's the church. You are the church. And so when you say I'm not going to church anymore, it's to say that you're not trying to, it's to say that you're not going to find who you are in God anymore, because you're the church. You're the temple of the living God. The building that you go to assemble yourselves in is not the church. It's you. See, the glory don't hit until you walk in. See, the power of God don't hit until you walk in, because you possess it. We are the bride of Christ. So when the bride of Christ walks into the building is when God can come in the building. When we walk in the building is when God can come in the building and be glorified. See, because the building just sitting there with the pews can't glorify God. But it's when we come together and assemble ourselves, it's when God comes in the midst. That's why the Bible said, where there are two or three gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. The reason why I believe that church is necessary and is needed and is vital and is essential is because the Bible said one can chase 1,000, but two can chase 10,000. And there's strength in numbers. You need me just as well as I need you. The songwriter said, I need you to survive. You got to understand that you cannot do it by yourself.
Pastor Norton may be young, but he is a very driven man of God, and he does great things around the city of Pontiac.
New Life family will walk on Baldwin. We're going to shut down our Bible class on Tuesday, and it's going to be every third Tuesday where we'll walk Baldwin, and we'll minister to the prostitutes, we'll minister to the drunks, we'll minister to the ones that are just on the streets, they're hungry, the homeless. We'll go out, and when we go out, we're going to have food, we're going to have clothes, we're going to have little kits where it's going to be toothpaste and things of that nature in there to give to them while we're doing outreach, because I believe that not everybody is going to step on the soil of a church or the parking lot of a church. I believe that we should go out, and so my method is to go out. Walk the streets as Jesus did. He walked the street. He walked Gethsemane. He walked Jerusalem. He walked everywhere he went. Galilee. He walked Capernaum.
I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. I hope you guys are encouraged as possible, and you're gonna make it through whatever trial, tribulation that you're going through. And I pray the story just really helps you, because that's what I made it for. Pastor Cardie Norton has some words of encouragement for you guys.
God bless you. As he said, I hope that this story has blessed you or lifted you or caused you to think deeper, to get a closer relationship with God. Our services are Tuesdays and Fridays at 6:30. We have no Sunday service yet. Again, Tuesdays and Fridays at 6:30. Address is 214 West Walton, Pontiac, Michigan, 48340. I hope to see you there. New Life Prophetic Center, the church where the glory resides and all flesh must die. You can follow me on Facebook at Servant Cardie R. Norton. You can follow our church page, new/life/prophetic/center. Hope to see you. Hope to hear from you. God bless you. Until we meet again.
Alright, until we meet again. This is DWoodsNews. I'm DeAndre Woods, and this is Pastor Cardie Norton. And we hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Be blessed.